I'm Megan and welcome to my channel. So I am bringing you guys what you want. I did a poll on my YouTube community tab and you guys wanted to see a review of the brand new Airbrush Flawless Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. So that is exactly what I'm doing today and I'm super excited about it. So I have got that as well as the new under eye color corrector. So I'm testing both of those out for you guys today. So if you're excited for this video and want to see how it wears on this oily face and see me apply it and all of that good stuff, do check-ins, then you're in the right place. So just go ahead and keep on watching. Good morning, everybody. I am back with a foundation review and I have already washed, moisturized, and I did prime with, of course, the Fenty Beauty True Matte primer all over my face, and then I went in with the Benefit Professional in my T-zone. So I am super excited to be reviewing for this foundation. You guys helped me out yesterday. I set up a poll on my community tab and I think it was like 47% wanted me to review the brand new Airbrush Flawless Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and the shades are a little, I don't know, I picked up 3 different shades because I was not sure, and they seem to be a little more on the yellow side, all of the warm. So we're just going to have to make it work. I just want to quickly run over all of the details about this foundation. I've heard nothing but good things about it. It's got almost 5 stars. Well, it's 4 and a little bit of the 5th one on Sephora's website with 341 reviews. I did pick it up in 7.5 warm. So that's what we're going to be going in with. We're going to try to make that work. I do have it in 9 warm and 11 warm, but I think those are too dark, too yellow for me. So we'll just see when we start applying. It says it is a long-lasting, weightless hybrid skincare foundation. Charlotte's secret to a flawless, poreless looking, confident complexion. It is full coverage with a matte finish. It is liquid, and the skin type that it is for normal, dry, combination, and oily. So it covers everyone. And this hybrid skincare foundation contains Charlotte Tilbury's magic matrix of ingredients, including the groundbreaking Magic Replexium, don't judge me, to reduce the appearance of wrinkles. The hydrating lightweight formula is a sweat-proof, humidity-proof, and waterproof, and transfer-resistant. And that brings up a good point. I'm glad that was in there. I did have one of my subscribers leave a comment on my last foundation review and want to do a transfer test. So that's what I'm going to do. Once I apply my whole face, when I come back with my whole face done, I will do a transfer test. I guess that would be the best time to do it once everything's set down. So I will be starting to do that on all my foundation reviews. And of course, if there is anything that you want me to incorporate into my foundation reviews, just let me know down in the comments and I will be sure to do that. Because I do these videos for you guys, so you know, you don't have to spend your hard-earned money on these foundations if they don't work. So anyhow, any suggestions from you, I would gladly appreciate. So let's go ahead and start applying. Of course, I'm going to apply one side with the Beauty Blender, one side with the brush. I do have the brand new Magic Vanish Under Eye Corrector I'm going to be playing with as well when we get to that point. So I am going to start out with my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This is an awesome drugstore option. I love this to apply my foundation, and it's like under $5, so you can't beat it. All right. Let's go ahead and see if this shade will work. I think it'll be all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in and turn down the lights and let's start applying. Alrighty. So it's definitely looking to be super full coverage from what I can tell. And I'm barely picking up product, like I'm not getting a lot on my brush. I don't want to, like with the Smashbox foundation, I went in really heavy. So I'm gonna try to avoid doing that. That is really pretty. And I actually do like it with the brush. ironically. And I'm just using like little stippling motions. And I think the shade match is pretty good. So I'm just gonna get a little bit more. I still have a little bit of redness right there coming through. All right, so there is one side with the brush, very, very pretty. And then there is all natural. So I think that looks really good. My pores look good. It's not heavy, it's not cakey looking. So now I'm going to take my beauty blender, get a little bit of the product, and just start bouncing it. So the sponge side was definitely faster, but I like the application on both sides, and I really can't tell a difference. I might have got a little better coverage with the sponge because I did have to build it up a little bit on this side. So I think either way would be fine. I didn't get any brush strokes at all with the brush side, so that's good. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm not going to build it up anymore. I don't think we need any more coverage. I think it looks really nice, and I don't wanna, put too much on there and then it start looking cakey and heavy, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. Now, this is new as well from Charlotte Tilbury. This was launched just a short while after the foundation launched. So I'm curious to see how this is going to do. So this is what it looks like. It looks like one of the small little powders, and then you get this. So it's just like a little peachy under eye corrector. And if you'll give me a second, I'm gonna pull up the website and give you the information on this. Okay, so this is called the Magic Vanish Color Corrector. There are 4 shades right there. And it is $32. I did pick it up in medium, which is peach, for light to medium skin tones. And it says it's a buttery, lightweight, full coverage color corrector that conceals pigmentation and brightens the appearance of the under eye. It is full coverage with the natural finish. It's cream, and it's for normal combination and oily skin. So I'm just going to take my finger and dip it in there, get a little bit of it, and this is reminding me of the Becca. Oh, I used to use it all the time. I loved it. I love a brightened under eye. So anything that can help conceal this darkness. It's winner in my book. That made such a huge difference, and I barely put any product on there. So I'm gonna get in those corners right there where it gets a little darker. Ooh. That is really pretty. All right. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. I do have the Magic Away concealer. I don't know if I'm going to go in with that or I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to use my regular concealers because I don't want anything affecting this. So I'm going to go in with Tarte Shape Tape in light medium under my eyes. Because sometimes when I try a new concealer or a concealer I'm not too familiar with, and then a new powder, it tends to, affect the foundation or my opinion of it, So like the Smashbox, I used their concealer and their powder, and I hated the powder, so I feel like it really affected the foundation wear and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. So that blended out beautifully, no issues whatsoever. So now I'm going to do it on the other eye. So there is the concealer blended out. I think it looks really, really nice, and it melted right in to my foundation. Now what I can tell you is a lot of times when I'm getting ready in the mornings, you know, maybe I didn't get enough sleep, I'll have to go in with Tarte Shape Tape, and then I'll actually have to go in with Huda Beauty, just go back in and put it like right underneath my eyes, because I still see a little bit of darkness peeking through. But after applying the Charlotte Tilbury, the Magic Vanish, I don't have to go back in. Like, I have no darkness peeking through. It looks really nice and flawless. So that makes me really happy. So I think I might go in and use the Magic Away concealer in the center of my face, because I do really, you know, I don't go in with our super full coverage concealer in the center of my face anyway. I'm really just doing that to brighten and highlight. So I'm going to go in with the Magic Away concealer in 6, and hopefully it's not too dark, but I'm just going to click, 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 click. Hopefully this will be light enough to highlight with. Bring it in the center of my nose. And this way we can see, I'm sure they play well together, but you never know. So I'm just going to blend that out. That is what we're working with. I've got the foundation, concealer all blended out. The Magic Way concealer, of course, it blended right in with the foundation. So I am going to pop off camera, finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I will be back to give you my first check-in. So I'll see you guys here in just a second. All right, guys, so I am back with my first check-in, and let me see what time it is. Okay, so I've had the foundation on for 4 hours at this point. It seems like every day is my filming day. Like furniture. So I got a call last night about 8 o'clock that furniture was going to be delivered between 10 and 11 this morning. Electrician was coming at 9. Anyway, I had no idea about the furniture, so I made sure to go ahead and get an early start for you guys. But anyhow, I was down there fooling with them, so it's just been a minute. But I am here with my first check-in, and I did not set my face with a setting spray. And I really want to see how it's going to do on its own, but holy crap, like my skin looks flawless, and the color match is actually pretty good. If I were any tanner though, I don't think it would work. And I do have 9 warm and 11 warm, like I told you guys, but those, I don't know, it just seems to like go really yellow. So anyhow, I'm just gonna have to kind of cop to my own perfect shade. I do have like those mixers. So anyhow, but right now, shade match is perfect. Everything blended over my makeup perfectly. I want to quickly let you guys know what I have on the rest of my face. That's something that I need to start telling you guys. So I did go in with my Fenty Beauty contour stick in the shade Cocoa. I use the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Cupcake to set my makeup. And then as a foundation powder all over, like I always do, I used the Too Faced, which is the multi-use complexion powder in the shade Warm Sand and Light Beige in the center of my face. To highlight, I went in with this. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this, guys. This is the new highlight from Fenty Beauty, and this is the Afternoon Snack in Mo Honey. And this is what it looks like. Oh my god, it's just gorgeous. It's a little darker, but it does the job. I was worried it was going to be too dark, but it's really not. And I just mixed those 2 shades together. For bronzer, I used the Cover FX in, these are the bronzing duos. Looks like this. And this is in the shade Suntan Bronze. I'm obsessed with this shade because it's got like a hint of red in there, so it kind of really gives you that sun-kissed, you know, bronze look. To contour with, I went with the Natasha Denona Contour Sculpting Powder in the shade 03 Warm. For my blush, I used this Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Ecstasy, which looks like that. It's very light, but it actually shows up nicely on my skin. So that's what it looks like. And I think that's it. I'm actually doing another review. So what is on my eyes is the brand new matte collection. This is the Cocoa collection from KKW Beauty. So I have that coming for you soon. You might see that video before this one. Anyhow, that's what we have going on the face. Oh, and for the lips, I've got this MAC Liquid Lip in the shade Back in Vogue. So I think that's everything. But guys, I am so obsessed with this foundation so far. I mean, it's been 4 hours and my pores, my oil, and I'm telling you, I was downstairs moving furniture and stuff around, and I was starting to get a little sweaty and worried. I was like, oh God, do not sweat, do not sweat. But I mean, it's held up nicely. I don't see it breaking apart anywhere. It looks like I just freshly applied it, and I did not set it. So I am going to do a transfer test. That is what one of my subscribers suggested and asked me to do. Okay, so I went and grabbed some tissue paper, and I am just going to put this on, just kind of blot it around. Okay. All right, so whenever I blotted on my cheeks, nothing came off. When I blotted right here, a tiny, you're not even gonna be able to see it, a tiny amount came off. So I don't know if that's where I was getting a little sweaty and maybe it messed with it a little bit. I'm not sure, but right here, nothing came off. On my forehead, nothing came off. So I do feel like it's pretty dang transfer resistant at this point. We might test it a little later. It might change. I think when I do my last checkup, I'll get some more tissue paper and see if it's still transfer resistant like it's claiming to be. So now I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in, let y'all take a look at what it's looking like. But I'm telling you, I'm really impressed so far. All right, so I turned down the lights so you guys could see, but hey guys, I'm back with my second check-in. I've now had the foundation on for 8.5 hours, and let me tell you, I'm just gonna let you know, it has been so humid today. So humid. So I had to run out to the grocery store this evening, and I don't know, like I could just feel sweat coming on me. So I think I've been a little sweaty, but I just looked at my makeup, and I mean, I'm still just a tad bit sweaty, but it has not broke apart the foundation. It still looks nice. I mean, I am a little shiny, but that's to be expected, especially at this point, and I didn't even set it with a setting spray. So as you can see, like, it looks really good. Let me turn down. So I just turned down the lights a little bit so maybe you could tell a little better, but it looks so good. Like, I had a compliment on my skin while I was out, and they wanted to know what foundation I was wearing. So that was a good sign. Oh, and by the way, I got my mirror put up, so yay. I finally got it put back up. Anyway, yeah, so I think it looks really good. I'm not seeing any type of caking, settling. It's not breaking apart. Even through all of my sweat around my nose, I mean, my mouth, everything still looks really nice. It's not looking heavy in any areas. I was really worried when I went out and got, you know, sweaty. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a really good one, especially if you have oily skin. If you have dry skin, I still think this would be a nice one because it's not like a flat matte. It's not too much. And you just have to be careful when applying it because it is super, super full coverage. So ever since I did this Smashbox foundation review, like I'm more aware of how much product I'm putting on my face because I was just caking it on there. So this is such a nice layer, and I'm actually liking the brush side a little bit better, ironically. I just think it looks a little smoother. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in, let y'all take a look. I'm gonna go on about my day, and then I will be back in the next little bit to give you my final thoughts. So this is what it's looking like after 8.5 hours, guys. I am really impressed with this one. Like, I really can't even tell a difference from when I first applied it till now. And it probably would have looked a lot better if I would have not went to the grocery store and got in the heat. But see, around here it still looks nice. My pores look like non-existent. Between my eyes looks really good. Hey guys, I am back with my third and final check-in. I've now had this foundation on for 10 hours and I'm so tired. Oh Lord, I don't know, I'm ready to go to bed. But I love this foundation. I am going to quickly do a transfer test with some tissue and just see. And it may be more oil than anything. So I'm gonna wait to touch up and let you guys see what it's looking like first. And then I'm gonna touch up with my blotting sheets and powder and all of that because I don't want it to interfere with what y'all see first because I don't want it to pull up the foundation. Because, let me look up close. And so I am shiny, like a little bit in this area right here. Not bad at all. Like, not bad at all. 10 hours of wear and not setting it with a setting spray. This foundation is honestly flawless, really. And I think I do like the brush side better. It's crazy. It looks a little more, I don't know, airbrushed, and my pores look so good. I am like a little shiny around my nose and in this area, like in between my eyes, but my nose, that's just highlight. Like, this is a good one. This looks so good. I don't have anything bad to say about this foundation, except I wish the warm shades weren't so yellow. I know I've heard that a lot, and I don't know why that is, but I wish you would come out with a wider foundation shade range. Maybe because all I saw was like neutral and warm, but maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I'm pretty sure that's all there is. But I wish you would just maybe expand the range a little bit, maybe just do different types of warm, or maybe a yellow and then warm and then olive, you know, just expand the undertones really. She does have a nice shade range, but the undertones are a little off for me, but I mean, it matched me really well actually, and this is 7.5 warm again. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this foundation. I absolutely love it. The under eye brightening corrector thing, I loved it. The one from Becca is really like luminous and dewy and really hydrating. This one had a more matte finish, so I really enjoyed that one a lot more than I did the Becca one, and I used to use that one all the time. But yeah, and right now my skin just looks like it's got a healthy glow. Like, I don't look like a grease ball. I told y'all I was out in the heat, humidity. That didn't have any effect on it. It didn't break apart. It didn't settle weird in any of my fine lines. Like, it looks so good. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in, let y'all take a look at what it's looking like. Then we'll do the transfer test and we will touch up. So this is what it's looking like. Like my pores, everything looks so good. So that's what it's looking like. I'm telling you guys that this is a real winner in my book. So now I'm just gonna grab some tissue and just touch my face. There's nothing on it. Nope, nothing on it. This might be, okay, so you know I don't get that oily like over in this area. It may be different once we go here just because it's probably gonna have my oils mixed with the foundation. But we'll try it anyway. Yeah, just a tiny bit came off, nothing crazy. And it actually did not come off of my forehead. Let's see if it comes off. So it came off on my nose a little bit, which that's where I really get a lot of oil. So now I'm just going to take my Tatcha blotting sheets and let's see how oily I really am. Oh, I wanted to see if I pulled it up by doing that. So by using the tissue to do the transfer test, it did not pull the foundation up. Oh my God. And look, I am oily, like, and you couldn't even tell it, like it's crazy. Okay guys, so I'm really, this is really blowing my mind because I did not look oily at all. And I filled up 2 blotting sheets as usual, but it didn't look like I had oil on my skin. What? Like, I mean, I looked a tiny, tiny, tiny bit shiny through this area. Y'all saw, not bad at all. What's going on here? This is crazy. It's literally blowing my mind because, you know, like when your face is oily and it's, you know, I don't know, it's all greasy and whatever, and then my mind's blown. How did it not look like I had that much oil on my skin? Like, that is crazy to me. So really, I don't even need to do anything. Like, I blotted and I'm good to go. But I really didn't even need to blot because it didn't look like I had oil on my skin. It didn't feel like my face was greasy and oily and all of that. Like, I don't feel like I want to go wash my face because it's so heavy and, you know, I've had it on all day. And this is such a good foundation. I'm so glad I tested it out for you guys, and wow, like this one is gonna move to the top of my list just from that alone, not including how nice it made my face look. It really has the Airbrush flawless finish. I mean, it is just my pores, my everything, and the way it held up, and the humidity and the heat and the sweat. And the fact that I was that oily and it did not seep through, it did not break apart the foundation, like the list goes on and on and on, guys. I have nothing bad to say about this one, and that is the first. Most of the time I have something to say. I have nothing bad to say about this one. So I'm going to quickly go in with my Bye Bye foundation powder just for fun, just to see what that does. But wow. Yeah, that's all I need to do. I don't need to do anything else. It literally looks like I just applied it. This is, I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna stop. So, anyhow, as you guys already know, I absolutely am obsessed with this foundation. If you have not tried it and have oily skin, I highly suggest you go pick up a sample Right now Sephora is actually doing like the deluxe size samples with a $25 order. So if there's anything you need from Sephora that's $25 or more, put in that code. It's CT Flawless or something like that, I think. I'll try to leave it down in the description box for you guys. But yes, and I think there's 10 shades available. So, and if you're like me, you can place a couple of orders and get 2 different or 3 different shades. If you're, you know, on the fence about it. And they also have another, what is it? It's another coupon code, but it comes like in one of those like little cards that's got like 5 or 6 different shades on it, little sample sizes. So there's that too. I will leave both of those coupon codes, promo codes or whatever for Sephora down in the description box. So if you're curious, want to try it, haven't tried it, don't know your shade, you know, whatever, it is a more expensive foundation. So those are 2 awesome options that you have if you want to try it now without buying a full-size bottle. But as always, Sephora has awesome return policy. So if you did pick it up in the wrong shade or you didn't like it or whatever, they are really good about returns. So anyhow, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I surely loved filming it. I am obsessed with this foundation now. That just blew my mind. Okay, I'm gonna quit saying that, but it really did. What do you guys think about that? Like, oh my god, I didn't look like I have any oil on my skin at all. Like, what? Anyway, the makeup gods have answered our oily skin people's prayers. Alrighty, so anyhow, that's all I have for you guys today. Of course, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and make my day. And if you want, you can hit the little post notification bell so you're notified of all my future uploads. And again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next ones. Bye!